And I'm pleased to be joined by Dave from They Fell from the Sky.
Hello.
How are you doing?
Very well. How are you?
Yeah, very good, thank you. Thank you for joining me. Obviously, They Fell from the Sky, a pretty new project. Have you got 2 songs out at the moment, isn't it?
That's correct. Yeah, 2 singles. Yeah.
So, obviously, tell us a little bit about the band, about They Fell from the Sky.
It's a bit of a unique one. It started over 11 years ago.
Really?
Yeah, as a project between the drummer Jason Bold and the singer Colin Doran. It was something that I just fell into through working with Jace in the studio when I was producing a record that he was sessioning on, and the client was late all the time. So we ended up just like playing, just writing some songs and whatever. And then like a week or 2 later, he said, "Oh, I've been thinking, I've got this project with Colin. I like the chemistry with you. Do you want to try it and do a few songs?" And I was like, "Okay, cool." So we just did a few things and wrote loads of stuff. And then he got the bass player Lee involved, and I brought Ollie in on second guitar. And we just, we were a little bit of a band for a while there. Did a few gigs, and then it kind of didn't work out due to schedules and just maybe people's hearts weren't all synced up or whatever, but it kind of fell by the wayside. And then a few years later, I just thought, I've got these songs on my hard drive. Let's just, because obviously I was being a producer, I've producing the band, and I just thought, well, I'll just get into it. And I thought, there's something really good here. And so I got everyone back together, and we recorded everything. And then it just went dormant again. It just for no reason. Everybody was really into it, but there was no direction. There was no, we must do this, or we've got to talk to this person or whatever. We just thought, let's just finish it. And then it just sat on my hard drive for like another 5 years. And then I went back to it, and I thought, there's a song missing, that we're missing a song. Not, we had enough songs, but we're missing the song in my opinion.
The one that grabs everyone in.
And I believe that's one of the next single, or the one after that, it's coming out. But I just got together with Colin, and I just said, let's write another song. Everyone else is doing their own things. We put the song together, got Jason back in, put the drums down, and then we were like, this is okay, this is it now. Let's get it out. And then it sat on my hard drive for another like 18 months.
Okay.
And then we got in touch with Tommy from Say Something Records, who we're working with, and he said that Colin had passed on the record, and he said, "Oh, I love it. Let's put it out." So everything for a reason, all good things to those who wait, and all of those kind of things. But that's the story.
Wow, yeah, I didn't realize 11 years. That's a long time to stay dormant. To pop up and stay dormant.
Yeah.
So you said you had all the songs on your hard drive. So the songs you're releasing, are those the original songs that you had all those years ago?
They were written. Those first 2 songs, "Dry" and "Crush This World," were written in 2009.
Oh, wow!
And they've been. I think they've all been recorded, demo stage. Then we recorded it in 2010, and then we recorded it again in 2014, and then I mixed it in 2018. So stupid, but that I think it adds a real charm. Yes, so those 2 songs are from the original writing sessions, but I think it's got real charm to it though, because there's been no urgency. They've almost like matured like a bottle of wine, and we still feel the same about them. So I think we stand by what we did.
Yeah, definitely. It's sort of got the sound of the sort of like music that was around then, but like with a sort of more polished, up-to-date feel to it, sort of thing. Like obviously Colin's from 100 Reasons, and you've got some things that you notice are a little bit like related to 100 Reasons and things like that, but it feels like a newer model of it, and like not saying that it is like 100 Reasons, but it's you've got the little influences, but it just feels like the sound sort of that time, but brought forward to like to 20 year are we 2021 now. like it feels like a really sort of like fresh, up to date version of what everyone loves from back then.
I really appreciate that, and that's what I think that's worked out for the best as well, because 10 years later, my production and mixing skills are 10 years more advanced. So and obviously I've moved in other circles since then, and you learn things from other people and whatever, but when it was done originally back in the 2009, 2010, it had a bit more of a metal feel about it. And then as time's gone on, I just thought, let's just make it a bit poppier, still heavy,
Yeah, yeah.
More accessible,
More commercial.
more commercial. But
yeah.
again, with no goal of being released. Just let's do it for us. So I think it's worked out well. It's a bit of an unusual one, but I do think it all stands up.
Yeah, no, it's very good. So what do you think has sort of caused you all to come together now, like to release it in 2021? Is it, do you think lockdown's affected it, or just
no, it's all Tom and Leo from the label. Because I guess Colin knows Tommy from in some other venture.
Yeah.
And it's their love for it that we've all kind of gone, okay, you guys run with it. That's all it is. The good thing about lockdown, the good thing out of something bad is that it's the best time to release a studio project album, because no one's playing anyway. Well, they are now, but last year when we were talking to the label originally doing it, it was like it was all meant to be. This is the perfect time to release a project album, because if we never tour it, we couldn't anyway. If somebody said, "Oh, I want to do a tour," can't do it. But it's weirdly all aligned. Very weird.
Yeah. There's a lot of people that seem to have sort of thrived in the sort of lockdown, where they can't perform, but they've done it, put their time into creating new music and just getting more fans on board, and even as far as like live gigs and things like that. It just seems like it's a weird time, but it's sort of really worked for some people, which is really good. And even giving them time to write new stuff to release now, ready to start touring it.
And being producing being my full-time job, it's really lovely to be a part of that, because so many people are just throwing new music at me, just to have something to, obviously in the circles that I work in, just to have something to put out. And it's so great, because some of these people I've worked with for years, but they've never been so creative.
Yeah. It's just having the extra time to. It's sort of like I can't leave the house, so I may as well make some music.
Make an album, yeah.
So what's the plans moving forward with They Fell from the Sky then? Have you've obviously got a few tracks together. Are you sort of looking at like an album release, or are you just sort of seeing where it goes? Or
no. The plan at the minute is I think there's one more single, and then I think the album, there's talk of it coming out on vinyl, which is really cool. The artwork is absolutely amazing. It really suits the sound. So there's been some good people involved in that. But I think the plan is one more single and then a vinyl release, and then we'll see what happens. If people really like it, maybe there might be a gig or two, maybe not. I don't know. It just depends on how everyone feels. But at the minute, it's just really nice to get it out there, and the reception has been really overwhelmingly lovely.
Yeah, I think it's amazing as well, because like you said, you've got your normal job, your full-time job sort of thing, and like everyone's got other projects going on. It's not like you need to get music out and you need to tour. You're doing it because you enjoy it, and I think that comes through in the music, that everyone is enjoying it, and it's going to enjoy the release.
Oh, yeah, cool. Yeah, I'm glad that you feel that way about it, because at the very least, I hope that people hear it and believe in it. Not just see it as something that just happened. And obviously, the backstory, it didn't just happen; it happened over a very long time. But it's the perfect time to release it. So far, people are really enjoying it, so we couldn't really ask for any more than that, really.
No. So you said obviously you're looking for a vinyl release as well. That obviously when you started the project, sort of 2009, whatever, vinyl wasn't quite it wasn't quite as big as it is now. I think vinyl's outselling everything, like CDs and everything at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah, I've just done a couple of albums for bands on some decent labels, and there was a lot of pressure to get those albums out, handed in, just for the waiting time on vinyl being pressed. I mean, it's like 4 or 5 months at the moment.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so it's extremely popular. Everyone's reissuing everything on vinyl. It's just the perfect time to put it out, isn't it? But because everyone's doing it, obviously it's all bottlenecking at a certain point, and there's a bit of a vinyl motorway jam.
Yeah. Well, no, that will be amazing when it comes out on vinyl, though. I will definitely be getting a hold of that, and hopefully there are a few gigs, because like I said, I'm really enjoying everything that you've put out so far. And you said you got another single coming out. Do you know when that's due for release? Or?
I can't.
Top secret?
No, I can't say as only because I don't remember the date.
Fair.
That it was mentioned. But I can't say what it is, just because I can't remember what it is. But I'm trying not to. The reason why I don't know what it is I'm trying not to think about it all, because everything's changing so much with everything all the time. So I just thought I won't think about it. I'll just wait until it's ready, and the label go, okay, it's coming out on Friday, and we go, okay, great, because things have been moved around, you know, with final delay and stuff. I think maybe, you know, maybe in the next couple of months, maybe, but I think it's the song, it's the track.
I've had the last two on constant repeat, so I think it's going to be the same.
The next one is pure anthem, pure, you know, massive 100 Reasons style pop singing, massive. It's got a very positive sound, but it's good because the other two have been very different to each other, and this one's very different to those. So the label have had a great plan of what's going where and whatever, and I think the next one on a personal level is the track. Yeah.
Excellent. Well, I cannot wait to hear that one. But right now, though, we're going to play your last track that you released. So if you want to go ahead and introduce it.
Right. So next up, I believe, is Crush This World by They Fell From the Sky. Turning up loud, loud and proud.
Great. Perfect. Thanks so much for your time. I think that went very well. Like I said, I'm a big fan of everything so far, and hearing the backstory and everything was really, really cool because I didn't know any of that. Yes, so that's really, really good to know. Well,
I'm very proud, and thank you for taking the time to talk to me about it.
Oh, thanks for coming on. Well, best of luck with everything, and hopefully if there is a tour, I'll be able to come and see you guys.
Thank you, man.
Excellent. Thanks very much.
Take it easy.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.